1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's finals football time in the women's NPL competition as Sydney Olympic face the Northern Tigers at Arlington Oval. Promises to be a spectacular match. Two teams that have proven throughout the season that they're amongst the best in the competition. We'll show what they have today as they vie for a place against the awaiting Sydney University in next week's qualifying final match and book their place in the grand final. Yesterday we were treated to a spectacular match at Valentine Sports Park where the Blacktown Spartans were leading 3-0 after 31 minutes, only to go into the sheds 4-3 down against the Illawarra Stingrays. And the Stingrays went on to collect all 3 points, to advance in the finals with a 5-4 victory. And they await the loser of today's clash here between Olympic and the Tigers. Quite a windy afternoon, as it has been along the whole East Coast. Very cold. Yesterday that was evident as well at VSP. Conditions did affect the match. Seems as though it is not as bad as it was yesterday though. Something that both teams will be very happy about. Of course, Sydney Olympic finished second at the end of the regular season. Northern Tigers third. The loser of this match does get an opportunity, or the chance as they like to say, in the final series. And the loser will come up against, as I earlier mentioned, the Illawarra Stingrays. Moment of silence. Not sure what it was for and who it was for, but now we are ready to kick the game off. We'll go through the lineups in just a moment. Sydney Olympic in goals, the irreplaceable Jada Wyman. In left back, Emily Koss. The two central defenders, Kate Halaska and Ange Christodoulou. And right back, Jess Frampton. Teresa Polias plays as the anchor in midfield with Sienna Fraser and Mackenzie Hawkesby both in front of her, while Georgia Plessis and Sarah Yadam round up the wingers. Susan Funsongcam, also Sydney Olympics' top goal scorer, leads the line for the team from Belmore. For the Northern Tigers, another irreplaceable figure in their squad, Eliza Campbell's in goals. Josie Wilson, Ellie Brush, Savet Uzenla and Izzy Falletta round up the back four, while Emma Watkins and Malia Steinmetz both sit in midfield, with Maddie Bart just in front. Amy Phillips will line up on the left wing, Hannah McNulty on the right, and the Northern Tigers top scorer Daisy Arrowsmith leads the line for the Northern Tigers. Georgia Plessis on the ball early for Olympic. A strong challenge there by Sienna Fraser. She'll get an early talking to from the referee. Heavy challenge on Amy Phillips, who's stayed down. We're inside the first minute of the match. Already strong challenge, and it's probably a lot of what we're going to expect today. Two players that are of great importance to the way Sydney Olympic does things are, of course, Susan von Sonkamp, who's the team top scorer with 19 goals. Don't forget, she missed a large part of the season at the midway point, and her tally could be much higher had she have played in those games. Of course, the mini maestro, Teresa Polias, is a major factor for this Sydney Olympic team, having moved over from the MacArthur Rams in the off-season. Great ball from Uzunla. Looks for McNulty at the far post. As you can hear, the Northern Tigers men's team has come to support the women's team. They couldn't get the job done last night though, and could miss out on finals football. They'll keep battling till the end. They did beat the league leading North Shore Mariners last week, but failed to beat Mounties last night. Fantastic to see they're here to support their women's team, and they'll make sure they're heard at Arlington Oval. Servet Uzunla, such an important part of this Northern Tigers team. Leads by example from the back, along with Daisy Arrowsmith and Maddie Bart. Really are the leaders for the Tigers. Emma Watkins, who was missing from last week's squad, returns this week into the lineup, and for Jason Egger, it hasn't been the best preparation the last few weeks. They have been missing key players, including Watkins, Brush and Uzunla, but they're all available for selection today, and for the first time in a long time they have a full squad. Here's Phillips. Uzunla goes wide, but McNulty is offside. Krista Dolu plays the ball back to a keeper. Alaska for Frampton. Back to the centre back. Wyman asking her team just to settle down. Be a free kick for the Northern Tigers. Another opportunity for Savet Uzunla to whip in a dangerous ball. Her flat crosses can cause damage to the defending side. Savet toward goal, but Wyman's safe. As Plessis gets beyond the first marker easy, but then seems to have been brought down, but it'll be a throw-in only for Sydney Olympic. Cost goes long toward Mackenzie Hawkesby. Hawkesby coming over in the off-season from Sydney University. In the stands today, lots of eager eyes ahead of next week's clashes, and Alex Apakis, the Sydney Uni coach, has made sure he's here, and he'll be keeping a keen eye out on next week's opponents, who will be the winners of this one. Teams have come across each other twice this season. And the first clash between the two, the Northern Tigers, came up 2-0 winners at North Taramara Recreational Area. While only 2 weeks ago, Sydney Uni scored a massive 1-0 win, which essentially assured them of second place, thanks to a Mackenzie Hawkesby goal in that one. Uzunla clears away, and as far as Polias. Campbell clears upfield. And these are worrying signs for George Beltsos. Susan von Sonkam on the ground and in a lot of discomfort. It looks like be a massive loss to Olympic should she not be able to recover from whatever knock she has at the moment. Very vocal, the Northern Tigers men's team. Good to see that the two are so close together and they both support each other. Both the men's and the women's team at the Northern Tigers. Excellent culture at the club. Von Sonkam makes her way back onto the field, but she doesn't look like she's 100%. Polias will take this free kick in a dangerous position. Sienna Fraser and Angelique Christodoulou, obvious targets. Great ball in, Fraser. She's headed the ball the wrong way. Calls for handball from the Olympic players, but the referee says no. Here's Polias. And again, Polias on the ball, looks for Plessis. Too much on that one. Headed away by Christodoulou. Polias pokes the ball through to Fraser. He's Frampton. Looks for Sarah Yadam. Sarah Yadam not able to get into the game yet. That's a heavy challenge by Frampton, and she'll find herself in the book. Josie Wilson done very well there to steal in front of Yadam, and Frampton didn't have much of a choice but to foul the left back and earn her name in the referee's notebook. Another ball from Uzunla. Ellie Brush going very close there. Only into the arms of Wyman. Pressure there from Bart. Here's Brush once more for Phillips. Still Amy Phillips. Frampton has to be careful now. Getting a yellow card so early, only 11 minutes in to the fixture, and she's already got a yellow card next to her name. Sarah Yadam there, unable to get the ball under control. As I said, almost just over 10 minutes in, and she's yet to really get herself into the game. Needs to get onto the ball. Same as von Sonkamp, who really, since going down, hasn't seen much of the ball at all. Here's Polias. Back for Christodoulou. Finds Koss. Good 1-2 there with Koss and Plessis. Long ball over the top, well dealt with by Christodoulou. And Angelique Christodoulou, I have followed her since her time at the Institute, and she's definitely one of the best young centre backs in the state. Hawksby. Here's Polias looking for Fraser. Polias. Easy for Campbell to pick up. Calms the play down by playing Uzunla. Long ball from Campbell, headed away by Christodoulou. Daisy Arrowsmith was almost in there. Easy for Letta, trying to set her off. A long ball there by Koss. Straight to Campbell. Brush plays the ball central, Phillips. And Yadam stops that pass toward Wilson and looks early for von Sonkamp. Von Sonkamp gets beyond Brush, still von Sonkamp cuts it back. Cleared away by Steinmetz. Another keen eye in the stands today is Michael Buchamp, being spotted here as well. Lots of scouting going on here to quality teams, second and third in the competition proper. It's been a fantastic season for both these two teams. Knowing where and how the Northern Tigers performed last year, speaking to their coach Jason Egger before kickoff, it's been a project they've been building for a few years, and it's finally come through now. The players they've had that have come through the club system have finally stepped up, plus a couple of additions to the squad have really seen them lift themselves up the ladder and have a great season. Sydney Olympic stepping up here. Very high line. Could be another dangerous ball from Uzunla. Wyman comes and she takes. Fantastic take by the Olympic keeper. Yadam back for Christodoulou. One that'll definitely be on A-League club radars. W-League, I apologise. Polias looking long for Yadam. Intercepted by Wilson. Plays Phillips. Great work by Frampton though. Still Frampton. Great challenge by Wilson, but Frampton uses her body well. The referee calls it a foul though, and Sarah Yadam making her frustrations known. Ball cleared away by the Tigers. Christodoulou. Poor pass by Olympic, and now Amy Phillips looking to get the ball rolling quickly, but poor throw straight back to Olympic. Here's Yadam von Sonkamp. But plays it back to Wilson. Arrow Smith has been the Tigers' top scorer this season, but Manny Bart has chipped in with her fair few amount of goals as well. 10 for her, double digits. Plessis gets past her marker easily. But a good challenge. It'll be a throw in to Sydney Olympic. Fraser didn't want that ball from Koss, and she gives it away. He's Steinmetz. Wilson really making her way up the field. She's gotten up that left flank quite a few times already. And that could cause a lot of issues for Olympic, in particular for Frampton, who is on a yellow card. Here's Plessis. Koss getting around her now. Plessis plays a poor ball in. It's cleared away by Brush. Here goes Arrow Smith. Christodoulou clears away. Not much in the front third for Sydney Olympic so far. They have a lot of options. They got Paniata Petralis on the bench as well this afternoon. Alaska back for Frampton. Excellent work by Yadam. Shows her futsal skills there. Yadam to Hawkesby, but not the right ball from Hawkesby for Susan von Sonkamp. Tense start from both these teams. A lot on the line. Yadam and Brush, and that'll be the first corner of the game for Sydney Olympic. Good opportunity now for Olympic to create something. Neither side has really created a great chance. Aside from Savet Uzunla's free kicks, there's really been nothing else from either team in the first 20 minutes. As I said, a very tense beginning to this one. Plessis to the far post. Fraser under that. Here's Christodoulou. Well tackled by Matty Bart. That'll be a goal kick to the Northern Tigers. Here's Campbell. Cost stands tall there. Great atmosphere here at Arlington Oval. The Coppers, they call themselves, haven't stopped singing since they got here. Makes for a good atmosphere in this finals match. Well played by Savet Uzunla. Plessis. Plius wins their team a throw. Looking to throw to Hawkesby early. Again, Uzunla shows her strength. McNulty. Fraser. Cleared away upfield by Bart. Halaska under that. Back to Wyman. And Wyman shows she's got some decent techers herself. Here's Plessis. Fraser. Halaska. And that was a bit of a miss kick there from the number 6. Yadam can't bring that ball under control. Be a Northern Tigers throw. Now Fraser does well to create a bit of pressure and win her team a throw in. Deep into Northern Tigers half. Yadam. Campbell had that covered all day. Here is Koss winning the ball off McNulty to the far post. Nobody there though. Wilson now. Finds Phillips. Still Phillips. Couldn't see Arrowsmith to her left. Here's von Sonkamp. Still being very quiet. Plessis. Plessis turns her defender well. Plessis! Good save from Campbell. Shot looked dangerous and it looked like she'd caught her off her line, but Campbell, with all her experience, didn't panic. Caught that one comfortably. Uzenla can't find the feet of McNulty. Uzenla again, first to the ball. Once more, Uzenla heads away. It'll be another throw-in for the Blues. Ball makes its way to Frampton. Frampton for Yadam. Poor ball from Yadam. It's easy for Phillips. There's a good chance there for Plessis. Great ball as well. Should have been on the end of that one and should have tested Eliza Campbell. Ball cleared upfield from Uzenla. Hawkesby for Polias. Von Sonkam. Here's Yadam. Again, Yadam gets beyond a defender. Cleared away from the Tigers. Polias back for Christodoulou. Koss. Here's Steinmetz. In the pre-game, Northwest Sydney Koalas faced off against the Manly United. Koalas led 3-0 at half-time and we almost had a repeat of yesterday. But Manly couldn't complete the comeback and the Koalas came away with a 3-2 victory. Sees them off next week to play against Sydney Uni in the reserve grade. And Fonsonkam and Yadam really need to get into the game more. Plessis has been involved, but these two need to get more involved. Should Olympic start creating some chances? Here's Yadam. Back for Frampton. Poor ball back from Frampton toward nobody. Von Sonkam. Yadam to Plessis. Plessis for Fraser. Campbell does well though. McNulty. Steinmetz. Good touch from Steinmetz to get past the defender. And Christodoulou though does well. Fraser. It looks like Fraser has switched positions with Fonsonka. It's a poor ball by Uzenla. Fraser chasing it down. Campbell gets there just in time. It looks as though Fraser's moved up top and Fonsonkamp has dropped back into midfield. We're just at the half-hour mark, and that was dangerous from Uzunla. Bit of miscommunication with the goalkeeper. It's Frampton. Yadam, good turn from Yadam. Cuts it back for Polias. Watkins clears. And that's more of what Sarah Yadam can offer Sydney Olympic. That's what they need from her this afternoon. Away again by this centre-half pairing of the Northern Tigers. There's 15 minutes to go in this clash. First half clash between these two. Brush plays it back to Campbell. Tigers trying to play the ball out. Here's a good chance now for Aerosmith. Bears down on goal. Aerosmith gets past Christodoulou. Has Amy Phillips there. Phillips with a chance. Well tackled by Koss, and that'll be a corner for the Northern Tigers. It just feels as though they weren't convincing enough moving forward there. McNulty with the corner for the Northern Tigers. Great challenge from Koss. McNulty crosses to the middle, good ball. No one could get on the end of that one, but can't get past Yadam. Somehow Hawkesby gets away with the ball from Sonkamp. Watkins, and the ball's cleared away. There aren't many goals between these two, only 3 in their previous 2 fixtures. So we're going to expect something very similar again today, and looks like Wilson had fouled Yadam, but the referee said to play on, even though the linesman called for a free kick. Good challenge by Yadam. Another low ball into the box. Just not enough options in there for Sydney Olympic at the moment. Good turn from Halaska. Christodoulou looking for options. Goes back to Halaska. Halaska for Yadam. This is where Yadam likes to be one-on-one. Frampton. Von Sonkamp. Koss. Good ball by Koss to Fraser. Poor touch by Fraser. Should have done better there. Excellent ball by Koss to find the striker. Steinmetz. Filletta. Finds Phillips. Here's Wilson. Aerosmith. Great save by Wyman. Fantastic save. She showed no fear there. Diving at the feet of Aerosmith. And an almost a great ball to go with it. Polias clears away. And that's what Jada Wyman does. And that's why she is one of the best goalkeepers in the competition, along with Eliza Campbell and Casey Dumont. He's Koss now with a throw for Olympic. Goes long. Arrow Smith. Here's Fraser. Plessis. Poor ball by Plessis, straight to McNulty. McNulty runs at Frampton, but good work there by Frampton in the end. Fraser does well. Hawkesby, great pressure by the midfield of the Northern Tigers, but here's Plessis now. Not many options in front of her. Christodoulou has Arrowsmith behind her. Arrowsmith still chasing Wyman. Frampton. Yadam for Fonsoncam. It's a foul on Fonsoncam. Christodoulou. Referee not happy with where the free kick was taken from. In the final 10 minutes of the first half, still 0-0 between Sydney Olympic and the Northern Tigers. Both teams with a half decent chance each, but nothing really to test either goalkeeper. Campbell for Folletta. Closed down by Plessis. Plessis working very hard on this left wing. Poor ball by Christodoulou straight to Watkins. Good tackle there from Fonsoncam midfield. Now Hawkesby and Olympic with a chance to break Sarah Yadam. Hawkesby and Yadam combine. Ball into the box, and that looked... So half a shout there for a handball on Uzunla, but the referee said no, and there weren't many claims from the Olympic players. Campbell clears up field. Arrow Smith under the ball. Christodoulou as well. Good strength from the Olympic centre back, and she wins herself and her team a free kick. Here's Frampton, does well to get past two. Now Yadam. Wilson's done a good job on Yadam so far, but Yadam gets past this time. But again, that final ball, here's Frampton. Campbell dropped the ball, but picked it up at the second attempt. From Soncam, back for Christodoulou. Wyman. Again, not a lot of movement up top. Uzunla misses the header. Koss looked early there for Hawkesby. Could have been a good ball. Again, Fraser just a step too slow there to get that one away. Again, Olympic were in. Had Fraser reacted quick enough. Hawkesby. Plessis. Koss. Von Sonkamp loses out, but Halaska's there to clean up. Koss back for Christodoulou. Wyman. Fraser now looking to chase the long ball down. Uzunla clears into the parking lot, the very small parking lot here at Arlington Oval. Yadam. Frampton. Fraser. Fraser loses out. Poor play again from Sienna Fraser. Excellent ball by Arrow Smith for Phillips. Options. Here's McNulty. Sorry, Matty Bart that was. Now Von Sonkamp can lead a counter the other way. Well recovered by Amy Phillips. Here's Polias. Koss. Koss goes direct. Easy for Campbell, that one. That'll be Sydney Olympic throw. We're into the last few minutes of the first half. Yadam, well marshalled there by Wilson. She's done a good job on this first half, has Josie Wilson. Von Sonkamp for Frampton. Bart blocks the cross. Steinmetz. McNulty. Christodoulou there again. Yadam flicks it on for Von Sonkamp. Here's a good chance for Olympic. But well done there by Ellie Brush. Excellent work from Ellie Brush. Should Von Sonkamp have gotten past the Tigers were in trouble. Frampton heads out for a Tigers throw. It does seem like one of those games where one goal will be enough for either team. Christodoulou finds Von Sonkamp, who's dispossessed in midfield, but well won back. That's Polias and Von Sonkamp. Poor ball once more from Von Sonkamp. Phillips now. Steinmetz in front of her. Hits Steinmetz. Arrowsmith looking for the ball central. Cleared away by Halaska. Here's Fraser. Hawkesby trying to chase it down. Cleared by Brush. Phillips offside. Unhappy Tigers fans with the linesman's call. Christodoulou goes long. Watkins back for Uzunla. Brush under pressure from Yadam. Manages to get away and find Steinmetz, but Steinmetz missed the pass, and that's halftime at Arlington Oval. And there's teams yet to be separated. Sydney Olympics 0, Northern Tigers 0. See you in 15 minutes for the second half here at Arlington Oval.
really once you get Right play is perfect, you know, like, I don't want to play this. And we go to the that's a real tough to warm up. Never seen Mike walk before. We're easy to ball here. Like you said, yeah, that's so much for me. The food looks like it's doing great. Oh yeah, yeah, not a bad player. That's it all day long.
When you get bored,
Yeah.
don't kick the. There's one spot. That's it. Where it shook.
And we're back for the second half at Arlington Oval. Sydney Olympic and Northern Tigers currently locked at 0-0. Neither side really created much. In the first half, there were a couple half chances for both teams, but nothing to note. Jada Wyman making one good save. And now with Shadow move completely over the ground. The temperature has dropped considerably. We're in for a cold 45 minutes plus possible extra time. We've also lost our cheer squad. The Northern Tigers men's team has disappeared. And there's currently no singing, but I'm sure you will hear them once they reappear. It looks like there have been no changes at halftime. Teams are still Jada Wyman in goals, Emily Koss, Kate Halaska, Ange Christodoulou and Jess Frampton in the back line. For Olympic, Teresa Polias anchoring the midfield with Sienna Fraser, Mackenzie Hawkesby slightly in front of her, Georgia Plessis on the left wing and Sarah Yadam on the right, while Susan von Sonkamp leads the line. For the Northern Tigers, Eliza Campbell's in goals, Jessie Wilson, Ellie Brush, Savette Uzenla and Izzy Falletta in defence, Emma Watkins and Malia Steinmetz in midfield with Maddie Bart in front of them, while Amy Phillips and Hannah McNulty are on the wings and Daisy Arrowsmith up front. Alaska on the ball, plays wide for Frampton. Yadam with a flick, easily cleared away by Ellie Brush. The handball awards Olympic a free kick now. Teresa Polias to take. Emily Koss hasn't made her way into the box. Georgia Plessis lurking deep. Ball into the middle, headed away. Sarah Yadam closed down. Here's Koss. That'll be a throw to the Tigers. Steinmetz. Valletta loses the ball. The Olympic throw now. Cost to take. Here is Plessis for Hawkesby. Cross goal. Eliza Campbell down quickly to save. Fonsonkamp slowing down Campbell. Could have been a bookable offence had the referee decided to go to a pocket. Campbell goes wide for Wilson. Lucky touch there for the left back. Frampton now, who is on a yellow card in the first half. Only player to get booked in the 11th minute of the match. It's a long time to be playing with a yellow card. Here's Plessis. Phillips as well. But doesn't win a corner. It's just a goal kick for Sydney Olympic. So Yadam asking for the ball. Instead, Wyman goes short to Christodoulou. Looks for Hawkesby. Both teams have left their central figure up top very lonely in the first half, and it seems to be much the same happening in the second period. Not a lot of support, but here's a chance for Daisy Arrowsmith. She bears down on Wyman. Arrowsmith should have done a lot better with that chance. Had a lot more time, and I think that was the problem. She had too much time and began taking too many scenarios into her head of what she could do. Here's Christodoulou. Plessis. Plessis goes long. George Beltsos does have Panayota Petrados on the bench, and she will be one of the first ones he turns to. She definitely can make a difference for Sydney Olympic. Here's Christodoulou for Plessis. Fraser. Poor touch by Hawkesby. Here's Maddie Bart. Couldn't get the ball past Polias, but Olympics giving the ball away again. Uzunla for Brush. A lot of unconnected play at the moment from both teams. Here's Fraser. Silly flick there by the Olympic striker. Bart goes wide. Here's Phillips bearing down on goal. Another great save by Jada Wyman. And Susan Fonsonkamp in an offside position. Wilson gives the ball away to Yadam. Now Fonsonkamp can't get a touch right. Campbell. The winner of this one will play against Sydney University next week with their coach Alex Soparkis with a keen eye on today's game at the stadium. Looking for flaws in either team's play to see how his side can take advantage. Remember, the winner of next week's match will book their place in the grand final. Sydney Uni last year losing the grand final in a thriller to the Macarthur Rams, something they don't want to be reminded of. Sienna Fraser makes her way off for Petrados. Steinmetz can't get the ball under control. Be an Olympic throw. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Still locked at 0-0. Neither team look like they're going to make something happen anytime soon. Here's von Sonkamp. Fouled by Uzunla. Long ball toward Yadam. Wilson under it. Here's the substitute Petrados. Frampton. Frampton fouls McNulty. Frampton is on a yellow card. Could have been in trouble there. Brush goes long. Frampton heads away. Hawkesby loses out to Watkins. She'll have a dig from distance. Well played by Christodoulou. Yadam looks for Fonsonkamp. It's a race here between Fonsonkamp and Campbell. The Tigers keeper gets there. Could have been a foul on Campbell. Fonsonkamp looks like she's hurt herself. Doesn't look like she's 100% fit here this afternoon. She did go down in the first half as well. Yadam to the far post. Nobody there. Plessis takes on a defender. Ball into the box, and again, no one there at the far post for Olympic. Polias. Costs in the box now, but Fonsonkamp offside, and she lets the Northern Tigers get away with that one. They were under a bit of pressure there. For the first time in the match, one team had some sustained pressure, but here's a chance now for McNulty. She can't find Arrowsmith. Here's Wilson. McNulty for Watkins. Jason Egger has his substitutes warming up. I'm sure he'll be heading to the bench very soon as well. Long throw by Frampton. Maddie Bart looking to flick the ball toward Daisy Arrowsmith. is von Sonkamp looking for Petrados in the corner. Well defended by the Tigers. Campbell thought about going short, but instead sends the ball toward Filetta. Here's Petrados. Back for Koss. Easy for Campbell once again. Wilson in a bit of trouble, manages to get the ball away to Phillips. It'll be a throw to the Northern Tigers deep in Olympic territory. And there's less than 30 minutes to go now at Arlington Oval. And it seems as though we're headed for extra time. Cleared away by Olympic. Von Sonkamp really not on her game today. Wilson-La with a shot from distance. McNulty should have done better there, Hannah McNulty, in the end. Wilson under pressure from Petrados. Cleared outfield by Brush. Good ball. Here's Matty Bart. Well defended by Frampton. Again, good defending by Ellie Brush. Poor ball by Wilson. Straight to the feet of Frampton. It's all about who blinks first in this one. It seems that both teams just slightly behind today. Wilson clears. Polias. Yadam. Can't find von Sonkamp, and would have been a good opportunity for the Olympic attacking player. Polias has gone somewhat quiet in his second period as well. Really hasn't got on the ball as she likes to do. Lots of stoppages in this one. No real flowing football at the moment. Frampton. Wilson with the throw for the Tigers. Both teams are really struggling to get out of this part of the field. Ball's gone out for a throw-in about 6 times in a row on this part of the pitch. And once more to go out for another throw-in. It looks like it's more a battle of throw-ins at the moment than football. Finally, we get out. Now, hopefully, the game will start to flow. Goss. Plays the ball out for a throw-in on the opposite side now. Here's Uzunla. She goes long. Only as far as Teresa Polias. Yadam does well. And Yadam given the foul there. Not exactly sure about that one. But it gives Olympic an opportunity to create something. Christodoulou's gone up now. Good ball by Polias. Can't beat the first defender though. And again, back with the midfield maestro. Here's Frampton. Does well to get beyond McNulty. Gets past Wilson as well. Good ball in. Not cleared yet by the Tigers. Von Sonkam goes down. Shouts for a penalty. But the referee waves play on. And Emily Koss now under a little bit of pressure. Here's Wyman. Wide for Halaska. Halaska goes long toward Yadam. Brushed as well. Hawkesby and Watkins collide. Hawkesby wide for Plessis. Plessis goes direct, only into the side netting. It'll be a Tigers goal kick. Campbell. High press here from Olympic. Almost saw them pick up the ball. Instead, McNulty now has Phillips on the other side. She can't see her. Can't find her at least. Here's Polias. Von Sonkam offside again. Steinmetz. Phillips. Looks to take on Koss. Polias now arriving as support. Good challenge. Seemed a good challenge from Christodoulou, but the referee gives a foul. It's a dangerous position now. Servette Uzunla may fancy herself from this distance. And now Northern Tigers cheer squad has reappeared the cop, but they're on the opposite side now. No loss there for the commentary. Well worked piece. Doesn't really give anything for the Tigers. Valletta to Brush. And that could have been dangerous. Should have Petratos picked up that loose ball. Here is Koss. Again, ball given away for Valletta now. The loser of this fixture will take on the Illawarra Stingrays. The Scott Chipperfield's team made some sort of a remarkable comeback yesterday. They were down 3-0 after 31 minutes, but went into half-time leading 4-3. In the end, they managed to book their place in the next round of this finals playoff against the loser of today's game. And Fonsoncam goes down. That'll be the first yellow card to the Northern Tigers. It'll be Watkins in the referee's book. So the Stingrays to face the loser, Uni to face the winner next weekend as the final series continues for the Women's NPL New South Wales competition. Right now at Arlington Oval, Sydney Olympics 0, Northern Tigers 0. Neither team yet with a real gilt-edged opportunity. Polias looking to change that from the set piece. She goes long, looking for Yadam. Cleared away by the Tigers. Only as far as Frampton. Hawksby does well. Finds Polias. Polias under pressure, loses out. Valletta almost breaking through there. He's Hawksby. Now Daisy Arrowsmith, but foul called back on Wilson. Frampton clears up field. Here is McNulty. Wilson. Well defended by Sarah Yadam. Fonsoncam can't get control of the ball. She's really been well marshalled by both Brush and Uzunla. And in the back there, and that'll be a free kick for Olympic. Another good opportunity for them to create something from a Teresa Polias set piece. Last one didn't beat the first defender. Should be looking to do that this time though. Good ball by Polias. Again though, cleared away. Frampton. That would have been perfect opportunity for a spectacular volley, but the ball just didn't sit for her. Everyone's eyes light up when the ball starts to drop like that to them on the edge of the area. Fortunately, not the right bounce toward Fonsoncamp. Again, Brush gets to the ball first. Bart looking for Arrowsmith, but Wyman quickly off her line and she clears upfield. But again, Brush gets in front of Fonsoncamp. It's not Fonsoncam's afternoon so far. She is Olympics top scorer with 19 goals this season. Christodoulou. Uzunla looking for McNulty. Koss goes upfield. Koss. Can't find Plessis. Really is getting chilly now at Arlington Oval. Let's just hope there's a goal as soon as possible. Can Fonsonken be the one that brings that? Watkins was looking for Arrow Smith. Cut out by Christodoulou. She's been fantastic so far today. Hawkesby almost finding Fonsonkamp. Polias back for Christodoulou. Plessis as well to find Halaska. Now Frampton. Petrados looks central. Poor ball by Petrados. McNulty. Wyman. Wide for Koss. She gives the ball straight back to the Northern Tigers. Here's Steinmetz. Phillips. Uzunla. Well given away by the Tigers. Fatigue will come into this one now. 15 minutes to go. It will be a factor, in particular, if we do go to extra time. Olympic fans not happy with that call from the referee. Uzunla goes long. Well headed away by Christodoulou. And Plessis is able to keep the ball in. But again, minimal options in the front third for Olympic. Frampton for Yadam. Maddie Bart, good ball. Not the best first touch from Phillips, but she manages to get it out to Filetta. Not the right idea from Filetta whatsoever. Was a good chance for the Tigers. Fonsonkamp did peel off her defender just then, but Christodoulou didn't play the pass. Now it's Polias, wide for Frampton. Frampton goes long toward Fonsonkamp, headed away by Filletta. Great touch by Christodoulou. She moves forward. Hawkesby. For the fourth time in this match, Susan Fonsonkamp is in an offside position. And again, another dangerous situation. But Olympic let it slip as we approach the 80th minute. Koss wins a throw off Phillips. It looks like Wyman's having issues with her hat flying off. She was holding onto it as she ran for that ball. Here's Polias. Wide for Frampton. And a bit of a falcon there from Yadam on Wilson. Olympic in a dangerous position now. Couldn't make something happen from this throw. Frampton has a decent long throw. She goes short to Petratos instead. And poor ball into the box. Just no real conviction from either side in the final third. Game is begging for a goal. As are we on this cold Sunday night at Arlington Oval. Christodoulou clears. That ball comes off the corner post for a Sydney Olympic throw. And that aroused some excitement around the ground, so you can imagine what a tightly fought contest this has been. As we get into the last 10 minutes of this one now. Extra time, a real possibility. Brush. Watkins gives the ball away to Yadam. Yadam sends it long, but it shouldn't be a problem for Campbell. She's out quickly. Polias broke the line there to put a bit of pressure on Brush. Almost flicks the ball on for Fonsonkamp. Referee calls a foul there on Uzunla. Brush. too much on that one for McNulty. From a 9-goal thriller yesterday, we're treated to a stalemate here today at Arlington. And the way this one's going, I think a penalty shootout will be what decides this fixture. Yadam forces Wilson into a mistake and almost wins the side of corner. Instead, it'll be a throw in a once more dangerous place. Frampton may go long, but again, there doesn't seem to be much at that far post or in the middle for Olympic. Von Sonkamp wins her team a corner. As we move into the 85th minute, Georgia Plessis to take this one. Last delivery was a good one. This one not as good. Christodoulou for Hawkesby. Hawkesby's first original cross blocked. Here's Christodoulou. Does too much. And dribbles the ball out for a goal kick. Petrados can hit him. Decides not to. Plays Frampton. Frampton. Tess Campbell. Good save from the Northern Tigers keeper. Finally, a bit of action. It only took 86 minutes in this game for the first proper shot. Poor ball by Frampton, though. The game needs more of those efforts like that one from Frampton. And Polias goes down there. I think that was a challenge from her own player. Phillips looks to take on Costs. She gets into the box. Finds Maddie Bart. Here's a good chance for the Tigers. Daisy Arrowsmith makes it 1-0. And as scrappy as they get, but they don't care. It's 1-0 for the Northern Tigers. 87 minutes on the clock. The Northern Tigers top scorer, Daisy Arrowsmith, bundles the ball home after it looked as though Maddie Bart had wasted the opportunity. As the cop rings out, Daisy's on fire. The Northern Tigers are on their way to booking a date with Sydney University next weekend in the qualifying final for the grand final. Only 2 minutes left on the clock. Plus stoppage time, of course, which there shouldn't be much of. Long ball cleared away by the Tigers. Here is McNulty. Tackled by Petrados. Now, Teresa Polias talks her way into the referee's notebook. Cleared away by Frampton. Von Sonkamp now. I think that may have been a bit of an elbow there. And she finds herself in the book too. Olympic starting to lose their discipline late on. And the assistant referee has called over the referee to tell her something. Von Sonkamp could be making her way to the sheds early. No, nothing from that. Brush. Excellent ball to McNulty in the corner. And McNulty does enough to win her team a throw-in. Not a great position for our cameraman to be in where the ball is now, so let's hope they go to the other corner. Olympic now need to get this ball to the other side of the pitch. And Von Sonkamp there getting somewhat physical with Watkins. Sarah Yadam as well, letting her know what she thinks. Yadam loves having a chat. Alaska thought that one was going out. Arrow Smith didn't give up on it. Frampton with a long throw. Yadam misses the ball. Watkins clears. Stoppage time now. It's almost all over at Arlington Oval. Polias. Watkins again away. Here is Yadam in a dangerous position. Tigers clear. Not the greatest of clearances though. Right in front of her own box is Polias. Looking for a penalty. Alaska. And again, this could be the last chance for Sydney Olympic to find an equaliser and send this game into extra time. Headed away by the Tigers. Frampton goes long, cleared away. Alaska into the box. Ball just evades Polias. I don't think she was expecting it to get to her. And here you go, the Tigers potentially on the counter. Alaska, Koss. They lose out, and Phillips now looking to go the other way. Has McNulty in the box. Good defending by Koss. And that's full time at Arlington Oval. The Northern Tigers have booked their finals playoff game against Sydney University next week. While Sydney Olympic, they play against the Illawarra Stingrays days, times and venues to be announced shortly by the Football New South Wales. At Arlington Oval today, Sydney Olympics 0, Northern Tigers 1.